Tinkercad pros, experts, I have a problem. I need your help. Please leave comments and explain to me what I'm doing wrong, because this did not look like a difficult project, and it turns out that it kind of is. When I get to the slicer portion of it, it's just all fucked up. So let me get my face out of the way, explain what I'm doing. I have a friend. This is his logo. And I have created an SVG of this logo. And he is really into vinyl records. Hi, Mingo. He's really into vinyl records. And this sits in it's a weight that sits on top of his vinyl records. And I thought it would be really cool to make his logo so that it would kind of sit on top of this. And when it spins, it would have his logo on it. Doesn't seem like a difficult project. Pretty simple logo. So let me pull up my Tinkercad. This is what I've done. I'm going to get my face out of here so you can see everything. This is my disc. I've got my measurements. I'm pretty sure they're exact and they're perfect. This is the yellow portion. Maybe I could put this logo. Okay, so this is his logo. I'm just going to shrink it down so it stays over here and we can kind of see what we're trying to work with. Move this window. Thank you. I don't need any of that. So this is what we're trying to work with. So we can keep referring back to it if we need to. I don't need these shapes, so I'll just move this over here. There we go. So that's what we're trying to make here. This part here is the yellow. Right now, it is going to be printed face down, so everything is reversed. The portion of it that's going to set over and kind of hold it in place is right here, but we're going to flip this over in a minute. So this was grouped, right? Yes, I grouped this. It just didn't seem that difficult. Let me move that out of the way, put this more towards the middle. It did not seem that difficult. So first step, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Jump in the comments at any point. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, because I would love to get this done for him. And right now I can't. So I'm going to take this. This is the blue circle. We'll bring that back up. The dark blue circle. I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to center that one on here. So we go L. Click that for the parent. I want it up on top. This is going to print upside down, and we'll put it there. Now this blue circle is going to become a hole, right? And then this is, I should explain, the yellow circle part is 3 millimeters thick. The blue circle I have made 2 millimeters thick. So this is 2 millimeters. We got it selected. I'm going to turn it into a hole, just like I'm supposed to, right? I'm going to group that hole with the yellow circle. So let me grab the hole and see if I can grab the yellow circle. I don't really want the outer ring, but I can. So I'm going to grab all of those and group them. So now we should have we have a 2 millimeter hole in there. And I'm going to take this blue circle and center it here. This all seems pretty basic. Like, I don't know what I did wrong. There we go. Now there's that part. We got the blue circle. And now I'm going to take this lightning strike. And near as I can tell, I need 2 copies of this, because I need a hole on the yellow part, and I'm going to need a hole on the dark blue part, right? So I'm going to make 2 copies of the lightning strike. I take this one and the yellow part, and I'm going to align it to the yellow part. I'm going to put it on top, and this one is 2 millimeters thick. We're going to center it, and then we're going to make this one a hole. And this is the only part that touches that outer ring. So we're going to make that one a hole, and we need to group it with the yellow circle. I believe I'm doing this right. So we'll group that with the yellow circle. So we have a hole. We're just gonna get our little cutouts on the edge there. Then I'm gonna take this one and again on the yellow circle, and I'm gonna align them to the yellow circle. At the top, put it in the center. It should line up perfectly, right? So this one needs to be a hole on the blue circle. Turn this one into a hole. And then select the blue circle and group those. Now we have a hole on the blue circle. And then I can take this one and align it. And I can't see on the top center. Whoops. I didn't align it to this one. There we go. Okay, start over. This one and this one align on the top to here. Bam. All right. Everything looks right so far, right? I didn't do anything wrong there, because I'm having 2 issues with this. So there's that. That's all good. The next portion is the black outline here. So do I need to, I know I need a lot of copies of this, but do I need to cut the white? I'll move up here so you can see what I'm doing. Do I need to cut the white out of the black? Because that's not working for me. The black is offset a little, and I'm not quite sure how to line that up. So if I cut, all right, let me show you. If I center the white on the black, these are identical. And I use the sketch tool, by the way, to get my shapes out of his image. And I would like to thank HL ModTech for showing me how to use the sketch tool, because freaking fantastic. Love it. There's so much more I can do with it now. So I want to align the white with this one. I'm going to put it on top. Well, that's not on top. There we go. So I need to select my, see, it just totally covers the black one. So I assumed that I just needed to move this till I got the shadow effect that I wanted, which should be somewhere around in there. That looks pretty close. So if I do that and then cut the white out, which means I need more copies, grab the white. Let me just make a couple copies of that. Move them over here because they're identical. So I should cut the white out of the black, right? That seems right. So I would select this white and make it a hole. And then combine it with the black, group them, and I'm left with that. That looks right. And then if I take this, I'm going to need more copies of this. It's going to have to go over the dark blue and the turquoise, so I need at least 3 copies. So there's this. I'm going to Control D and move it over here, and Control D, and there we go. So I should be able to take one of these, center everything on the yellow, give me the yellow, put it on top, and do that, and do that. Okay, so then I'm going to, yeah, it's not. I'm going to select the black and make it a hole. And now that it's a hole, I need it to be a hole on the dark blue, and I need it to be a hole on the turquoise. That's why I have extra copies, right? So I've got that. I'm going to select the dark blue, and I'm going to group those, which should make that hole on the dark blue, right? And then I'm going to take another one and align this one the same way. And then I gotta try to get in here and select it. All right, that's it. And I want to make it a hole. Now these are 1 millimeter thick. And then I want this hole to be cut out of this lightning strike. So if I group these, that looks right. I've got a hole in my dark blue, and I've got a hole in my lightning strike. And then I'm going to fill that hole with this one. Please tell me where I'm going wrong here, because this has been my big issue. All right, I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to align it to the yellow, put it on top, bam, bam. That should give me my black. Do I need to cut this black also out of the white? Because when I go to print, the black totally disappears. It seems to me that I should be able to line up my white and print it. Because my white should be off a little from the black, right? Or do I need to cut the black out of the white? I am so confused. All right, let's try that. Let me make a copy of this black, just so I have an extra copy there. Okay, so if I line this up with one of the white ones, hey, give me that. Align to the white. I guess we'll put it on top, move it that way, move it that way. I need to select my black. Got it. And make it a hole. And then combine it. Group it with the white, right? So that should give me the holes in the white one that will line up with these holes. I'm going to need multiple copies of this. So let me just make some. Hey, make another copy. Oh, you did. It's over there. Master copy. All right, so we'll take this one and we line it up here. It should already have the black cut out, which is weird that it did it like that. That's an issue. Why? Why did it do this? I don't want this, because that's going to put white right here, and I don't want these to be white. Okay, anyway, we're gonna carry on, because I don't know what's going on. Line that there, align to the yellow, put it on top, put it in the center, and that should be lined up, and my black should be, see, my black is offset like it should be. I'll grab this one. I need to cut it out of the dark blue and the turquoise, so this one's going to be a hole. I'm going to grab this hole and the dark blue and group them. Okay, so far so good. Same thing here. Grab that. I'm going to align two here, on the top, over here, over here. Grab the white, make it a hole. Take that hole and align it to this turquoise, or group it with the turquoise. There we go. Okay, so we have holes. And then I find the right one, this one, align it to the yellow, on top, hole, up, and we should be correct, right? But see, it's not. Look at how this is why. Why is this doing this? I don't like it. It's not right. And there's that extra line there I don't even want. See, it's not lined up to the hole. It's funky as hell. What am I doing wrong here? Shouldn't this, look at this, shouldn't this line up with this? I just cut it out of there. And it's off. And if I move it, I'm going to be out of the hole. I'm so confused. How am I doing this wrong? Because this is definitely an extra line I don't want. All right, Let me back up. Still, oh, I got rid of my copy of that. That's not good. Okay, so duplicate this piece. And we're going to move it over here. This piece should be cut out of this piece. Am I wrong? I should be able to align this with this. Is it my alignment? Is that where it's wrong? Put it on the bottom of that. Because it is kind of behind it. So let's put it on the bottom. Oh, I didn't. Well, that's okay. Doesn't matter. And it's... If I grab this black, barely see it. There we go. Grab the black and make it a hole. Shouldn't it exactly cut out that part of the white? When I group them, why? Why do we have that? What are these itty bitty? What are these? And why are they there? I'm so confused. They're wrong. And it's doing a funky ass cut. Look at this M. This M is just like, it's funky. So that's my problem, guys. What am I doing wrong? I can't just move the white one over here. It won't line up exactly perfect. It's going to cover the black. You would think that I could, but it doesn't. It covers the black. Because this black piece needs to be cut out of this piece, but it's doing weird shit when I do that. This doesn't look difficult, but why am I having such a hard time with this? So, I mean, anybody out there got any ideas, please drop them in the comments because this is driving me nuts.